Hello, and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I'm here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. We have a great community. There are no reruns. There's no vacation. Every single day, every weekday, weekend, holiday, your birthday, my birthday, I am here with you. And some of you are here as well. It's good. So this is a good community. If you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, or whatever works best for you. So I just need to make sure I've got the right questions in the right place. All right, if I move this over here, then we're just about ready to go. The news is crazy pants, absolutely banana crazy pants, and we are going to go through it, and we're going to go through it together because, as I always say, because it's true, you're not alone. We're in this together. Believe it or not, there are good days ahead. And if you're wondering, that's an unusual shirt. You don't usually wear that one. I don't, but it is snowing, and I'm going to have to go shovel snow again later. So, Scary Harpy says, we live in an absolute banana crazy pants era. Yes. Yes. Smart Holy says, cosmic banana sauce. Yes. So, oof. Yeah, it's, here. Let me show you. It's snowing in Chicago. It looks a little dark, but no, it is snowing. I can't even see it, but I promise. So I will be shoveling snow later. Okay. See, because there is more to life, much to his chagrin, because there is more to life than President Dumpster Fire. So, oh yes, it's a cuteness. And Boo Boo is actually fairly pleased at the moment because he's on his little heating pad and because he got his nails trimmed this morning, so he can really get in and make biscuits now. All right, let's jump in. Thank you. At three minutes in, why? I'll do this briefly. Why is it so upsetting right now? How it's frustrating. It's all of this craziness happening, right? Let me show you something. What is happening right now, and I have two graphics to show you. Well, one of them is I won't expect you to follow it, but this is the transit chart for the U.S. right now. The blue, everything written in blue, the blue circle, that's the U.S. chart. The red stuff is transits. And there are two things I want to point out to you. One of them is down here, there's red, that male symbol down here, that red, that's Mars. And right above that, it looks like an upside down horseshoe. Looks like a letter U with little circles on the end. That is the south node. So Mars is coming up to be in the same place, be conjunct the U.S. south node. The other thing that is happening is if you go over to almost like 3:30, 4 o'clock over here. This is Uranus, the planet of bolts out of the blue, technology, revolution, technology, all this kind of stuff. It is square, so a 90-degree angle, so aggravating the U.S. Moon over there in Aquarius. So with that here, let me show you what that means. All right. The US has Mars in Aquarius. And Aquarius is very much about technology, but also equality. To us, it's very futuristic stuff. Equality, humanitarianism, technology, and but also bolts out of the blue, flashes of genius, or just flashes of what the heck was that? And Mars, who is the soldier, starts out in Aries, his own sign. As Mars moves around the zodiac, he goes from being a soldier to being a farmer to being, and all the way around. And when he gets to Aquarius, he's very much the astronaut or the space marine or something along those lines. But it's still Mars, and it's still about taking action, and he's still a force of nature. It's moving. And this is what's in the sky. Your south node, you will not see this anywhere else. These are graphics I put up. These are ideas. But this over here specifically, thank you, Hey Funny. This specifically, these are images of what people 100 years ago thought our world would be like today. That we wouldn't have we wouldn't have submarines. We would have weird little buses where we're attached to whales who are going to fly us around, and this somehow a glider was going to be able to stop next to somebody on a balcony and just hand them their mail. I mean, it's not quite, and that's a lot of the energy of the South Node. And it's the way things were. Your work order in this life is to do what's the sign your North Node is in. It won't be comfortable, but that the universe will have your back. It's kind of what you're here to do. The South Node is where you will stagnate. So if you meet somebody and they have important things like their sun or what have you on your South Node, they'll feel very comfortable because there's not much effort, but you'll stagnate. And if 100 years ago we had taken these ideas of technology, these ideas of equality that we had 100 years ago, these ideas about democracy 100 years ago, and we just stuck with that, that would be bad. And that's why this today, with Mars going through there, saying, all right, let's move, let's act, let's go, is running up against this South Node of there's nobody, this technology doesn't actually quite work. There is nobody of color anywhere in these images. Any of the images from 100 years ago or 150 years ago about what the future would look like, zero, absolute zero diversity. It's very backwards. So this is why we've got Mars that is transiting through, let's do this, and it's looking at this going, what the heck is that? And we're not happy about this. But those who are clinging to these old ways, oh, this is great, we're being empowered, we have Mars, we're going to do these things. And it's like, no. So that's why right now it's like, it's frustrating. Also, in a very similar vein, in our chart, we have Moon in Aquarius, and you can picture that as being like the Statue of Liberty. Bring us you're poor, you're tired, yearning to breathe free. We have this is our emotional nature in the US, where this is our emotional ideal, the melting pot, the the found family, this kind of stuff. But right now, Uranus, which rules Aquarius, is over in Gemini. So lots and lots and lots of information. Lots of information. You can think of, in Gemini, you can think of these planets as being like editors of a part of a newspaper. And this is the technology editor, always constantly digging down, down, down. You will notice there's a robot behind him, and it's a little, is that menacing? Is he friendly? It's kind of hard to tell. But it's big, and it's there, and we're getting all kinds of news, we're getting all kinds of information, we're getting all kinds of craziness, and it is grinding up against our sense of our emotions. So this is, and this is how we're feeling, and it's like, so we have all this frustrating energy. So I just wanted to share that with you, more of my astrographics. But I wanted to share that with you because that's really emotionally what we're dealing with right now. And I hope that makes sense. Lewis says, it looks like I got into the edibles. Well, that's not what I was going for, but hang on. Whew. Missy says, oh man, that explains everything. Oh, I'm glad. Bear says, okay, good. All right. Astrographics is something I created, and I'm hoping that these, rather than just talking about astrology, it can be like, okay, because I'm a visual learner, so, all right. Thank you, Kelly. Do hit the like button, please. All right. So let's get into, oh, good, Tammy, thank you. All right, so here we go. 12 minutes, 15 seconds in. Mare was asking, per CNN, Aaron Parnas, ABC News, the FBI has arrested journalist Don Lemon in Los Angeles while he covered preparations for the Grammys. He is being held in federal custody for reporting on an anti-ICE protest in a church in St. Paul, Minnesota. Does anyone have any of more? This happened this morning. So I haven't heard anything since. But oh yeah, we're gonna get to that, Amanda. Hello, Lynette. This is so good. I haven't missed much. No, just the astrographic stuff, just the astrology. Here's the thing. This is my opinion before I pull the cards as I'm shuffling. Don Lemon, as far as I'm concerned, is about to become one of the most famous journalists in American history. You notice that, yes, absolutely, Arsenault. Free lemon, arrest orange. Yes, and yes. That is brilliant. I was just showing you all of that about Mars. Mars can also be things like the military action, or any authoritarian goons, or just the local police, or this kind of stuff. Yeah, we're going to take action. Okay, and you're taking action, and Mars in the sky is coming up on our south node in the U.S. So taking more actions that are out of date, not future looking, not even modern, but do arrest the black man. There's a reason I was telling you all the astrology. It's because it makes perfect sense. Of all the journalists in this country, which one did they arrest? one of the most famous Black male journalists. It could have only been better if it had been a Black female journalist. Lisa says, don't forget gay. Oh, that's just icing on the thing you scrape off the bottom of your shoe. So, yes, Smart Holy, guilty of reporting while Black. Yeah. Shannon says, oh, I'm hearing Black and gay. Yeah. Yeah. Lynette says he's quite well liked too. As well, yeah. And Trump has heard of him. So he is famous. And you know Trump just wants all the attention. Thank you, Cat Mom. So, sure, you're just going to push forward on the most backwards, ridiculous garbage. That's what they're doing right now. And Mars is going to be closing in on that south node for the next few days. Yesterday it was at 4 degrees. Our south node is 7 degrees. Yesterday Mars was at 4 degrees. Today it's at 5 degrees. Tomorrow it will be at either 5 or 6 degrees. It doesn't move as quickly as like the moon or whatever, but it's moving on. It hasn't even come to the full conjunction yet. That's why I've been saying, or why yesterday's cover was about, be careful over this next week. Yeah, be careful, because that Mars is still closing in, so it's not going to reach, this energy isn't going to reach its peak for a few days. So hogwash. Didn't a judge already say that Lemon didn't do anything wrong, but they arrested him anyway? That's what I heard. Is that true? Oh yeah. Take your orders, your secret orders, and go out there, and your hidden orders, go out there and arrest that person. Now, do they end up on the defensive because of this? Yes. As a matter of fact, I think it really doesn't go well for them. Because back here, we've got this Knight of Pentacles. Go out, do the thing on his horse, and he's like bumped down to a page. He's demoted horribly. Yeah, I don't, yeah. Thank you for helping me. Smart Holy says it was a magistrate, not quite a judge. Okay. Oh, look at this. Look, it's the Emperor, the Devil. Ding. Melissa, thank you so much. It really helps. Thank you. Thank you. Whew. Don Lemon. Oh. Seriously, if Don Lemon has an agent, the agent should be sitting at his desk yelling into a phone going, "Show me the money." Whew. Cat Mom says, I just see the same card twice. Yeah. Yeah, this is no. This is a no. Also, I'm sure that different people see it different ways, but to me, the High Priestess card is in some ways opposite to the Hierophant card to me, which is institutions and is shown by the Pope. Whereas I think of the High Priestess, obviously she isn't a traditional, what we would think of as a witch, but that's what I think of, because the Hierophant is the institutions, the government, the the church with a capital C, whereas this is occult knowledge, which means hidden knowledge, but it's still secretive. It's still this, to me, this doesn't feel like it isn't as sanctioned by the institutions or the government the way that it would be over here. So to me, it's like, yeah, this is not sanctioned. This is not, no. Excuse me. No. So, yep, they were aggressively, not just going after, but because this is law enforcement, but far right. And then disappointment because it's not going to go well. Same thing that happened when they went after Comer. They went after Letitia James. They end up burdened on the far right. And then, they have a talking point. And they are such racist, bigoted, blankety blanks that this makes them feel good. This curls Stephen Miller's toes, just, it's like Christmas. Gross. Oh. Okay. So, but is he going to be, actually, wait, is he going to be okay? Is Don Lemon going to be okay? Karen thinks a Page could be a journalist. There we go. Yeah, I've got strength in the end. It's very jarring. It's very jarring. Adding insult to injury. They just take everything away from you when you're in there. But no, he is strong. He has all kind of representation. He's okay. That's what I get. Okay. Oh, there we go. That was from Melissa. I just answered your question. So, all right. And next up here, one second. I want to make sure that I have the. Oh, okay. So it didn't come through. All right. Yeah, it came through later. So at 23, say 15, 3 million Epstein files. Has anybody said anything about them yet? Anybody who's had a chance to run the search on it? Did they front load it with pictures of Clinton again? With no organizing anything? I do hope people find a way to. I don't want people to find out the victims' names, but nothing else about anyone else should be redacted. So Shannon says Drudge has the headline Trump mentioned many, many times. Oh, okay. Cookie says Aaron Parnas reported some calls that were made to the tip line at the FBI in the Epstein files or from something else. Susan says Parnas said they were graphic. Oh no. Oh, lucky girl. Hey, lucky girl, you international treasure. How are you? Aaron Parnas had an 8-minute video briefly talking about it. Okay. Whew. Yeah, no page numbers, and yeah, it's my guess. I'm sorry, I don't I can't figure out how to pronounce that. Revel, I see a revel. Revelicia? Leslie? I'm not sure. But anyway, they said there was nothing to see. They will not be releasing the rest. Oh, they can get stuffed. I'm so sorry. I just butchered your username. Sorry. All right. So Smart Holly says it was a 6-page spreadsheet. Really? Oh, Shannon says, quote from the Times. President Dumpster Fire is mentioned. They didn't say dumpster fire. President Dumpster Fire is mentioned hundreds of times in a newly released tranche of 3 million files from the investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, Old Silver, thank you. Reverend Alicia Leslie, I am so sorry. I didn't even think of that. Thank you. Reverend. Okay. Amanda is saying TMZ did share that the Epstein files included some horrible info about Dumpy. I won't put it on here, but his base will always defend him. Okay. Susan said did not redact the victims' names. Oh, but I'm sure they redacted the names of men involved, men around Epstein, certainly. Cookie says the calls the young women made were not followed up by the FBI. Oh, that's what the tip line was. Oh, man. What? Smart Holy. Oh, gross. Okay, here's the thing. Could you please take that out? We don't put details here. This is a daytime show. There are little eyes and ears, and so let's not do details. Just know that it's vile. It's absolutely vile. It's okay. Thank you. Yes, Chris Cole, their interpretation of victims are Trump and his friends. Yeah. So, yeah, this, I know that so many people have been abused and have serious trauma. So, I don't want to trigger people. I want them to feel like they can get news here, and I'm very conscious of not triggering people. But we definitely want justice. Lynette, yes, let's say there were gross human trafficking type details. There we go. Oh, there's definitely a lot. Oh, this is not going away. So I guess they did some work making sure that they're rich white men who like them young. Yeah, I'm sure that they're nice and safe. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, didn't we do such a good job protecting them and hiding things they did? That's what I'm getting here. There was a lot that they worked really hard to hide. King of Swords is in the middle, though. This is not the last we've heard of this. If it's Democrats getting back in power and hearings, there should be many hearings. Or it's civil cases, or I don't know what. Leaving things unfinished. They are going to try to not release anything else. But this is not going away. No. They're deluding themselves. Constantly deluding themselves. Whew. So Julia says if they release the victims' names and not the perpetrators, will the women affected come forward and name names? What choice would they have? It is a scary time to be raising children. I will say, though, for what it's worth, being Gen X, as I am, there are a lot of really bad things that happened to a lot of us because nobody believed the victims, and people were sending their children out to just roam. I was sent out into the neighborhood to just roam. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Is a PDF's dream. So there was a lot that went on that nobody talked about. And there were people doing this kind of stuff who completely got away with it. So that's changing, and that's good. So I just want to say that. Whew. Mississippi came home when the streetlights turned on. Yep. Lucid Pause says, I need reassurance. My claws are out. I understand. Oh, Julie, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I am so sorry. Big hug. Big hug. So, okay, let's do an overload of Celtic. Debbie says, Boomer here. Many bad things happen to us. If spoken about, we got blamed. Oh yeah, absolutely. Of course. Why were you wearing that? Right, because gosh, the men, they can't control themselves. They should be in charge of the entire world, the household, have all the money, any access to credit. But they're so incapable of controlling themselves. It's all our fault. Please. Whew. Visually 70 says DNA profiling has helped to change that. Good. I'm sorry, Rebecca. I'm sorry. But that is changing, and that's good. That's good. Oh, I was going to do an overload Celtic. They're still hiding stuff. They're still making sure they are leaving things I'm getting mad now. They are leaving things undone to protect these jerks. Keep it the secret about those men who are sitting pretty. And the plan to avoid judgment is to keep it secret and protect the men. No, this isn't going away. No way. Not a chance. Goral says DOJ busted for removing an Epstein file accusing Trump. Directly accusing Trump. Really? Oh, let's look at that. 34. And you say it's on Raw Story? DOJ accused of removing direct accusation. It's hard to type around the microphone. In the Epstein files. What did I just saw? There was somebody who was talking about the whistling, like their mom would whistle. Oh, that was it, Karen. I could hear my mom's shrill whistle when it was time for supper. My mother can do a whistle that I've tried my whole life to do. And I can't do it, but you can hear it from space. So So they released that accusation, huh? Let's have a look at that. We're going to get through this. We are going to get through this. You're not alone. Don't let them take your peace. Don't let them take you. You are here now. You are here today. Look at today's date. Ground yourself in today. I know there's a lot of trauma, but you are here now. You're not there. Okay? All right. I'll do it this way. Keep my eyes closed so I can just flip them over as I go. All right. So the DOJ is accused of just taking that power out, huh? Cookie says a tip line calls the young women made to the FBI had 45 to name all over them. Oh, man. Smart Holly says my mother had a whistle like that, too. Can you do it? Because I can't. I would love to. She tried to explain it to me once, but a couple of times. But it's something about she doesn't even like put her fingers anywhere. It's just, she just curls her tongue a certain way. It's amazing. It's a talent. Okay, so home environment, death card, not good. That's in the home environment. Oh. All right. In the past, the far right, vile, aggressive, yes, we're going to go fight for the far right and the authoritarianism. And yeah, so that's Bondi and whoever else going and doing President Dumpster Fire's bidding. Center of the reading. This whole thing is sad. And it is vile and sad. At the base of this, people who care just keep bringing it up. They keep trying to make it go away, but they can't make it all go away. Hanging over this is putting Dumpster Fire on shaky ground, and he's it's the sheer number of accusations, but it's also he's trying to throw up as much chaff as he can. All right, home environment, again, death card. Not good. Well, maybe some of that luck starting to wear off. Oh, I understand. And bless Catherine O'Hara. Absolutely bless her. I appreciate it. People have been putting it in the chat the whole time, and I'm not trying to be callous. I just bless her. It's just there's a lot of heavy news to get through. So just so you know, people have brought it up all the way through. Okay. But bless her. Bless her family. So the challenge is we have to work together to bring all of this out. What other people see is everything Dumpster Fire has gotten away with thus far. Now, and yes, we're afraid it's going to be the equivalent of locker room talk, please. Near term, how resources have been used here. This is voting and legal choices. Final outcome is interesting. Chaos. Perhaps some good for healing for families, because the last card is justice. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah. This is not going anywhere. And you'll notice this came out now that Neptune has moved into Aries, out of its own sign. So no more of the wishy-washy, can't nail any facts down. No, they waited until after Neptune came into Aries. So collectively, we are much more likely to get up and do something about it. Oh boy, there's going to be a lot more. Amy says, why did they allow these to be released? The law. But they're leaving stuff out. Allegedly, yeah. Yeah, they've really tried to duck and dodge anything, but there's huge judgment. Queen of Swords, and day late and a dollar short. Oh, there are going to be hearings. There are going to be, yeah, this isn't going away. But we absolutely, without question, without reservation, we have got to vote for Democrats. We have to vote. We have to vote, and we have to vote for Democrats. So, all right, man. Anne is saying they're trying to control the narrative. Oh, of course they're trying. It's not gonna work. Missy says, Parnas says they've left the names of the victims unredacted, but made sure to block out the perps. Yep. Yep, we talked about that at the beginning, Sean. Whew. Lucky Girl says, here's a video about the dates for the state Democratic primaries. Remember, some start in early March. So there's a link in the chat. Thank you, Lucky Girl. Yep, Lewis, keep our eye on the prize. Yep. Okay. See, you're not alone. All right, so at 43 minutes in, we go into the potential partial government shutdown. Dumpster fire, and Senate Democrats reached a bipartisan deal to avoid a prolonged government shutdown by funding most federal agencies through September 30th of 2026, while approving a 2-week temporary funding extension for the Department of Homeland Security and ICE to allow continued negotiations over proposed reforms. A brief, low-impact shutdown may still occur over the weekend as the Senate and House complete final votes. It is unclear how can the House complete votes when they're not there. Well, they already voted. Anyway. It is unclear which Senate Democrat will vote for this package at the time. Will ICE get more than a slap on the wrist? Here's spiritual hacks. I understand that. I understand. But I could get my channel shut down. It would be lovely to just say, heck with it. I'm just going to say whatever I want. But I would get my channel shut down, and that's not good. But I understand. You do you. Well, Democrats could end up with some strength here. Oh, to say this is heartbreaking is, whew. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you. To say this is heartbreaking is, world's biggest understatement. Queen of Swords. Yep, this is part of the government. This is a militarized part of the government. It shouldn't be militarized. It is. This is them having to walk away. This is unfinished. They're walking away from something they've left unfinished. King of Cups and Strength. All right. There's some hope here. There is some hope here. Because, and really what it's going to come down to isn't just, how do I put this? There needs to be teeth in the enforcement. Thank you. Because it's one thing to say that, okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit discombobulated, different stuff coming in from different directions. There needs to be teeth in the enforcement. It's one thing to say, okay, you can't cover your face, you have to show ID, you know, I mean, policemen, you see it all the time where even detectives or whatever, they've got this little clampy thing on the back of their badges and they'll just stick them on their lapels. So they're sideways, but they're there and they're obvious, you know. Thank you, a cat mom. Thank you. If Schumer agrees to, I'll take your word for it. No. Oh, no worries, spiritual hacks. And thank you, lucky girl. Oh, my back is starting to seize up. That's not good. This is upsetting. Oh, Bear, that's good news. On January 28th, 2026, the Washington State Senate passed Senate Bill 5855, which bans state, local, and federal law enforcement, including ICE agents, from wearing face-concealing masks while in uniform. Well, as long as they're define uniform, but yeah, I agree, Amy. Stress. Yeah, actually, there's some good here. We definitely need to take these people down a peg. People terrified to even leave their homes. I mean, this is just awful, and it's unforgivable for what happened to the people who've lost their lives. But just everyone just being terrified. Because while I was talking about astrology at the beginning of Mars, first it conjuncted Pluto, which is all about power, martial energy and power, and that's when we got the unaliving. Then Mars is moving on to the south, and all of this is happening in the third house, which is your local neighborhood. So people afraid to leave their homes, but Democrats standing strong. Yep, some success there. And then dumpster fire. This is the man, not the emperor. So these speak to us stronger. Him brought a little bit more down to size. So fingers crossed. They're going to say, look, you do this or your funding goes goodbye. Yeah. Just Me says cortisol is officially parked here in the U.S. Yes. Oh, man. All right. So we are going on to, well, speaking of that, at 50 minutes, one thing we do need to cover is Tom Homan said, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. A mistake is when you're trying to play something on the piano and your finger doesn't quite reach. That's a mistake. When you're writing something and your brain is thinking ahead and you write a letter that's from actually later in the word, that's a mistake. And DHS is looking back at scaling back troops in Minnesota, said Tom Homan. When Trump was asked about it, Trump said, no, we're not backing down at all. We're not pulling any agents out of Minnesota. What will happen? For what it's worth, the worst cards are behind us. I hope that sticks. I don't mean that ICE isn't going to continue to be awful. I'm saying that the people dying in the streets, that kind of thing. It says it's behind us. Let's fingers crossed. We have strength. We have strength. We're pulling together, protesting together. They can try to stop us, but ultimately, this is Trump just moving on to something else. This is the vacation, sometimes retirement, we wish, but this is I call this my cruise ship card. Because it almost looks like they're on a one of those things. I've never taken a cruise, so it's one of those things where you get off at certain points and you can look around and then you get back on the ship, whatever that's called. Yeah, it's kind of what that makes me think of, and that's Mar-a-Lago. That's what it feels like. So he just starts complaining about something else, being awful about something else. So yeah. For Kristi Noem, because there was a question here about her 5325. I don't know if she's actually going to lose her job because Trump conspicuously did not acknowledge or call on her during the cabinet meeting. Oh my gosh, and the cabinet meeting was so embarrassing. Did you see part of the cabinet meeting? With tears in our eyes, sir, what you did in Venezuela is the great, and I'm not exaggerating, this is what was said, is the greatest military victory the United States has ever had. I'm sorry. What? Oh, it was bad. Oh, it was bad. Anyway, but he snubbed Kristi Noem, a snub that stood out as she faces bipartisan backlash and calls for her to resign over the Minneapolis crackdown and the killings. She was sent on to Fox News and Hannity and wherever else to mistakes were made. You called him in, even on Fox and Hannity. They were point blank saying you called him a domestic terrorist. We just didn't have all the information yet. she's been sent on a mea culpa cleanup tour, which makes me think that that's why they'll keep her around a little bit longer. Ooh. She's there. Is she still in the inner circle, though? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Democrats pulling together. She absolutely does what she's told. But I've got Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. So this is... You have to understand how warped and twisted these people are. Because the fact that they have been victims just means Democrats are weak to them. And then I've got the 3 fighters. So yeah, there's more here. She's got some more fights to go through. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, what a day. Okay. I'm actually going to call it there. My back, I get this band of pain around my back sometimes, and it's starting to really kick in. So I need to go. I need to go rest for a bit. But it is 1:15 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. I hope you can be there. We're going to be productive, and they're not going to take our joy away. These heinous people, they are not going to take what we do away, our creativity, our intelligence, our friendship, all of these good things. They can't touch them. So hopefully you can hang out at 3 Central Time. Anyway, on the Creative Sprints channel, links in the description. Tomorrow night is Patreon Social. Last Saturday of the month, links in the description box as well. You can come on screen with me, with everyone who wants to be on screen. I can have up to 9 people with me. And we talk directly to each other and have discussions, or you can stay in the chat and just put some faces to names. Links in the description. And other than that, I'll be right back here tomorrow, every single day. So I'll be okay. I'll be okay. We're going to get through this. So please, please remember, you're not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. It's going to be rough, though. That's what I keep telling you about the astrology. This too shall pass, but it's going to be rough for the next X number of days. All right? So turn off the news if you need to. All right? And I will see you later, as always. Okay. All right. Bye.